we have the seat control button here, and you can see there's this square plastic piece. It slips inside. So this is definitely our culprit of what is broken. In order to get that, we're going to have to take this plastic trim off. If I remember correctly, I think it's only one screw in the back. So and there should be some clips on the bottom. And boom, we are out. Can lift this seat controller up and out. Work on getting this swapped with the unit Andy sent us. Here's our new unit from main man Andy. It looks the same. Cool. Doesn't she look good wet? I got the new seat controller installed. Big shout out to Andy. Thanks again, dude. Really appreciate it. So that bit is buttoned up and the motor is snugged up tight. I went to go align the car, and the technician says that he saw some play in the inner tie rods, so we're going to get this thing up and get the tie rods inspected, see if I missed something. Play in the wheel. It needs boots. She's definitely got some play side to side in these inner tie rods. I should have caught it earlier, but it is what it is. I'm going to get tie rods ordered up, left and right, inner and outer, and we're going to get these tie rods replaced this week. There's definitely some side to side play. And since we have half the car raised already, let's get the rear end jacked up and we'll slap out the rear brakes. We got some parts. FCP Euro, box of brakes. I bought their brake kit with my favorite Zimmerman rotors. And we got some Akibono, some wacky no-nos. These will be good. Wow, did they really not send it? No brake sensor. Wow. That sucks. We'll have to email them, let them know they didn't send the brake sensor, but I was hoping to have a rotors, sensor, and pads. We'll just reuse the brake sensor though. Pop this tab. Get behind the outside pad, compress it in. I almost forgot. Last time I was looking at this car, I noticed the brake fluid reservoir was way too full. And so if we compress these brakes with this brake fluid the way it is, it's going to blow out the cap. Let's get some fluid pulled. So we got the rattle clip off. We got the piston pushed in, 16 mil wrench. Drop this. Take the outside pad out, just inside. I just grab this slide, pull it out that way. We'll be adjusting the parking brake shoes on this job as well. No. All right, new rotor. Let's see how they fit on the pad, on the shoes. I'd say that's pretty good. All right, now we got to clean up this old brake slide. Break these loose. Spin them on some Scotch-Brite. I just like to hit these corners. And then right down here, because that outside pad sits in this groove. Step, big pair of pliers, push that piston in. Boom. And I don't grease BMW brakes. You can if you want, but I just check for smooth movement. I clean them with Scotch-Brite, and I do not lubricate. Next step, I get the inner pad lined up. And I get her popped in like that. Make sure it's sitting within the channels on the slide and everything correctly. And looking good there. Then I drop the outside pad in and I lift that up. Make sure it's sitting flush with the outside of the caliper. Right here. You want to make sure it's nice and flush. That these are sitting nice and smooth. So you can see why you want to scrub these out, these channels and these little lips down here. Slide that caliper back on. Anti-rattle clip. Tuck it in that top slot. Then bend her down. Push that in with your thumb. Boom. One side done. Just rinse and repeat on this side. Okay, now we gotta adjust this a little bit. So the way that this star adjuster works is you turn it and it extends the drum brake out. Alright, and if you get these coated rotors dirty, don't clean them with brake cleaner. It'll make the coating turn gummy. Just leave the dirt or wipe it off with a dry towel, because it'll plug up the pads if you spray it with a solvent. Alright, there we are. Well guys, next step is going to be getting those tie rods ordered up. I'm going to see if I can get a local option, length orders. I'm trying to do OE. So I'm going to check with the local parts store. If not, I'll get them ordered up through FCP Euro. And we're going to keep cracking on this thing. And then starting tomorrow, I have an F25 X3 with an N55 that we're tearing into. So stay tuned for that. Well folks, we got tie rods on order. Time to get this thing off jack stands, get her pushed outside. We have another project to get started on today. So as far as what's next on the $500 E46 flip, we're going to get those tie rods in, get it aligned. I'm also going to pull the passenger leather seat out of my blue manual E46 and swap it over to that car, make it even nicer. My buddy Josh is interested in the car for his son who lives up in Portland, but I also just got an email from one of my viewers named Daniel. He's a retired military vet. He was in the Marine Corps, he lives in Texas, and he is very interested in the car as well. So that'll be in the works. We'll do some negotiations for that this week. Also, for a quick sneak peek, we got Josh's 2013 X3 X-Drive with an N55 engine. I'm doing a bunch of work on this thing. So make sure you subscribe to the channel or hit the bell notification if I deserved it. And I hope you guys enjoyed, or I hope you learned something new. And as always, folks, I will see you on my next day off.